So, guys, first of all, I just want you guys to listen to this. Yeah?
Stop scrolling. Nigeria just announced they're canceling passports, and your WhatsApp is about to explode with panic. Let me tell you the truth in 60 seconds. The Minister of Interior released an official directive last week ordering immigration to withdraw and deactivate Nigerian passports immediately. Now, listen carefully. This is not about you. If you were born Nigerian and later naturalized in the UK, the US, Canada, you are a dual citizen. Nigeria recognizes that your Nigerian passport is valid. You are fine. This is about a specific group of people who went through a formal legal process, submitted an official declaration, got presidential approval, and said on paper, I am no longer a Nigerian citizen. Those people legally stopped being Nigerian, and some of them were still traveling on a Nigerian passport. Nigeria is saying that ends now. So, if you were born Nigerian, naturalized abroad, and still hold your Nigerian passport, this directive is not a.
So, guys, you know why I want to play this is because my wife, this message is for my wife. You guys know that a lot of people are asking, you are not Austrian citizen. You are not Austrian citizen. What is going on? What is going on? Now, I have to be honest with you guys. Austria doesn't allow dual nationality. So when you apply for Austrian citizen, you have to drop your Nigerian passport. You have to drop your Nigerian passport. Like those years, they will just ask you to go and return your passport. Some of them, you will just go to the embassy and then write a written declaration that you don't want to be a Nigerian citizen again. Then they will give you a confirmation and then you go and pick your passport. About 4 years ago, or 5 or 6 years if I'm right, Austrian government find out that you going to the embassy, picking a letter of confirmation, letter from the embassy in Vienna, does not mean that you have renounced your citizenship. So they had a case in court, and that person was using also Nigerian passport and the Austrian passport. So they caught him because the law says the moment they caught you with Nigerian passport, there is no appeal. Immediately they see you with another passport. Immediately you lose Austrian citizenship. So they caught this Nigerian guy. So this Nigerian guy went to court with them, and luckily for him, the lawyer was too intelligent. He found out that this guy just went to Nigeria embassy and then told them with a written declaration that he doesn't want to, he wants to renounce his citizenship. So they gave him confirmation right there from the embassy without sending it to Abuja. Because Nigerian law said that the president has to also sign your declaration. So the guy was lucky that the embassy did not send his declaration to the president, to the presidency, so that president can sign. Yeah. So the lawyer found that gap, so they won the case. Austrian government noticed that before you pick your Austrian citizenship, that you must go to Abuja, get that presidency declaration. And that is the reason why so many people were afraid, people like me. The reason why I'm bringing this story is because a lot of people are like, how will you tell us that you are not Austrian citizen? You have lived here for 20 something years. Every time I say I'm not Austrian citizen, I'm just a permanent resident, a lot of people come after me, this and that, because especially when they see my son, a 19 years old or almost 20 years old son of mine. So why wouldn't I have Austrian citizenship? So, but I think 2017, when things were rough for me, I did apply and I got rejected. That 2017, before I decided to bring my family, I applied and got rejected. So I got rejected because I have a large family, with my children. Also citizenship, you have to make sure that the income you have income that can, sustain all your family members. So I was, let's say, because I told them that I have children here, so I never wanted to lie from beginning. So I told them I have children here, so they have to calculate my income. That 2017, it was really poor. So I went to court with them. Court said that I am not going to get it, so I should reapply. So 2025, I got an appointment, and which is January before we relocated back to Nigeria. So I got an appointment that I have to go and submit 2025. But it kept ringing on my mind that this time around the law has changed. You must go to the presidency, get that written declaration that you are no more Nigerian citizen. And 2025 already, God has blessed me. So I said to myself, why will I do that? My wife was on top of my matter. She called my in-law, she called my sister, she called my brother. She called those people so that they can convince me to go and get it, because the moment I get it, my children can also get it. But I was battling with it. How will I now come back and say that I'm not a Nigerian? So the appointment was January. No, the appointment, not January, the appointment was, I think, March. And I said to myself, Iglet, why will I do this? If I want American visa, I can get it. If I want to go to United Kingdom, I can get it. If I want to go to Canada, I can get it. If I want to go to Japan, Australia, I can get that visa, because already God has blessed me. So why will I say now that I'm not a Nigerian with a written declaration and president will sign? So I said to my wife, I will not do that. So I went to a friend of mine who lives in Vienna. He works with a law firm. His name is Chika. Anybody that lives in Vienna knows Chika less. I went to him. I told him, bro, there is something that I'm going through, that I'm battling with. I have an appointment to go and resubmit my citizenship application, but I'm having problem. He said, what is the problem? I said, I don't know the reason why now I can say that I'm no more a Nigerian citizen. I know that I did that 2017 because 2017 things were rough. When things are rough, bro, you can't deny anything, brother.
When you're desperate.
When you're desperate, you can deny anything. Yeah. When you know that for you there is no more hope. And my family were still in Nigeria, so everything was rough. Yeah. I don't have any option, because I see it. I don't have any option. So I said, no, I would do that. I did, as I said. I even went to court, guys, so that you can understand the level of desperation then. And luckily for me, because now I understand it, luckily for me, I got rejected.
Your last family.
Yeah. So, and Chikeles, he will be watching this. Everybody that lives in Vienna knows it. They wanted to go to appeal court. I said no. I said no, leave it. I don't want to go to appeal court. And I left it that way. I said, okay, let me wait for 2025. So luckily 2023, God blessed me. Or let's say luckily 2019, my family came to Austria. 2020, we started social media. 2021, 2022, things started changing. 2025 already, for me, we are already big name on social media. Now, I have to think like a man. I have to think like somebody who has option.
Yeah.
Now I have to think like somebody who understands the implication of what I'm doing. So this time around, I'm no more thinking as somebody who is desperate. I'm thinking as somebody who understands the implication of what I was doing. Those days, that 2017, I also understand the implication of what I'm doing, but who cares? That's what I see it that way. I say it, who cares? So 2025, I told Chika, LS, please, can you convince me the reason why I have to do this application? That was because the appointment was March 3rd, 2025. So he said, but when you have it, then your children can have it. Then this is at least you can travel anywhere you want in the world. You can do this, you can do that, this and that. I said to him, still, I'm not convinced. He said what? I said, still, I'm not yet convinced the reason why I have to take it. Because so that my children can take it. My children are young, they have already PR, which is permanent resident. So who cares? They can take it on themselves if they want. Now, if to travel around the world, bro, I have been traveling. To be honest, I don't think there is somebody who has Austrian citizen from Nigeria that has traveled the way I travel. So, still, I'm not convinced, because if it is just to travel, then I have been traveling. Yeah? Now, he said to me, okay, if that is your choice, then you know what is good for you. I said, okay, that means there's nothing for you to convince me. There's no way you can convince. So, that means you cannot convince me to apply for it. Because I told him, bro, see, I'm a Nigerian citizen. I'm planning to go back home. At this my age, how could I come to Nigeria when I want to do something? Now I'm going as a foreigner. Or maybe when I buy property as a Nigerian citizen, when it has problem and then I go to court, that person found out that I'm not a Nigerian citizen and I'm pretending that I'm a Nigerian citizen. Do you know I will lose a lot? There are so many things that you cannot do here as a Nigerian citizen, as a foreigner. And I don't have, I live in Nigeria because everyone knows I'm in Nigeria. But when things, legally, things start coming up, that is when you understand the implication of what you did. So now, the Interior Ministry has made a statement that everybody that denounce his citizenship, those people that went through presidency, got that sign from presidency, they will deactivate. He gave order to every one of them, Nigerian passport should be deactivated from the system. So this is how I will have been now. Now I live in Nigeria now. Ugo Iglet is now in Nigeria. Now I'll be roaming like everybody else. I know that you watching me will say, who cares? Who cares? But bro, you will care, because the reason why you care is the moment you start, when God bless you, that is when you understand that it's very, very important for you to not give out where you are coming from. What will I tell my children? What will I tell my children? That I decided to say that I'm no more in Nigeria, that I'm no more proud of Nigeria. Yes, I wanted to do it. You know, you can understand the reason why I want to do that.
Yeah.
Desperation. Things were not going fine. You know,
looking for a way to survive.
To survive.
Anyhow.
You just want to survive.
Yeah.
So guys, that's the reason why I decided to bring this update. Every time I say I have permanent residence, people come after me. How can you tell us you have permanent residence after spending 20-something years abroad? The story is not here for you to understand. I know a lot of people say, who cares, Nigerian this, Nigerian that. No, you will care when things turn around. Don't forget that even while you are struggling now, this is not your story. That you are struggling does not mean that this is how your life will remain. Your life will never remain forever like this. One day, there will be a turnaround. And believe me, if your life reach that stage, you understand that there is no way you will be happy that you sit down and denounce the country of your birth. A lot of people say, I don't mind him because he doesn't have it. What do you mean by I don't have it? My son in Austria is close to 20 years. I have never been in prison. I have never been in prison in Austria for one day. I have never been in prison. So it's not about being in prison. It's not about having problems. Yes, you know, if I have issue, bro, I have never been any serious. I have never had any criminal problem for my life in Austria. But I applied 2017, as I said, desperate me, looking for a way to survive. They judge me because I have a family, because I made my family known. Anytime that I have my child, I come to the government and I add my child, because you know I'm paying child support. So that the more I'm adding my child, the more my child support is going down that time. So all my children, my wife, everybody is there in the system from beginning till I brought them in. So guys, I'm so sorry. If you understand what I'm saying, fine. If you don't understand my point, it's also your problem. It's not my problem. But the truth is the truth being told. Yeah? This is an update for everybody who is planning to renounce his Nigerian citizenship. I know that you might be going through the same stress that I was going then. Think about it twice.
Think twice.
Think twice. Yeah? We have a permanent residence. Forget it. God will turn your things around. God will turn that situation around. And you see that you can travel anywhere you want. You can go anywhere you want. As I said, there are so many people who have Austrian citizenship that have not traveled half of the thing that I have traveled. Yeah? So
desperation is just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time.
But the reality will come to stay
forever.
Yeah.
Guy, I love that. Yeah. I love that guy.
So use your brain while you're that period that you're in that desperation. Use your brain.